Okay, so I thought I would do a quick video yard tour so you can see a little bit closer up what all my plants are in the garden that I was just weeding. So we've got spearmint here, and I need to do some harvesting on this so it doesn't get too leggy. So we got some mint tea in my future, I think. And then this long, narrow bed has potatoes, which are these guys, and onions, which are these guys. Well, they're in the ground, you can't really see, but got some onions in there. And this was planted using the Ruth Stout method, which is a philosophy of deep mulch gardening, which is that you don't really dig, instead you just pile lots and lots of straw on top. Hey Spuds, say hi. Don't eat the onions, they're bad. Bad for you. And my mistake with this one this year is that I did not replenish the straw. It's supposed to have a nice deep layer of straw on top that smothers out any and all weeds, and also helps retain moisture, and the straw eventually breaks down into nice fertile soil. Well, it did that, and I did not replenish the straw thickly enough, and so I just have an open, really fertile soil, which of course led to a whole bunch of weeds that I just took care of today. And then up here in the raised beds, we've got just a big old tangle of squash here and cucumbers kind of twining around each other here in a way that hopefully they won't choke each other out. Here's a little baby cucumber, and they're a lot spikier than I was expecting them to be, but the spikes rub off very easily. But I wasn't expecting them to vine and twine and crawl quite so much, and they sure are doing that, so hopefully they'll be good. And these tall herbs here that are next to them, they won't be here for much longer, because the first one here is coriander, and then this is dill, and you can see the flower heads have turned to seed pods and they're starting to turn brown, so those will be harvested pretty darn soon, and that'll give us more room for the vining plants. The first round of planting that took up this trellis in the spring, which is finished and cleared out, was snap peas, and those did really well, very prolific. We'll grow them again. We've got two different varieties of eggplant over here, and then next to it, cantaloupe, some melons of various. That might be a watermelon. I forgot I planted watermelon seeds, but that might be a watermelon, so that's probably going to need some more support as it gets bigger. But we've got lots more melon vines all along here, wrapping around just a happy bushy little basil. It's compact because I just harvested a whole bunch of it the other day, and probably could harvest some more today, because gosh, it's booming now. It took a bit for it to get going. Got Asian variety of cucumber over here, and then European variety fat one over here, and then these ones I started from seed. I got the big ones because I didn't think the ones that I started from seed were going, but they kind of just took off a little bit later, and now they, I think, are too shaded off to do really much of anything. And then up front, we've got two different varieties of tomatoes. Not super happy. Previous years I grew them in this, word is escaping me, this tire bed here, which has a lot of soil mass, which really helps keep the moisture levels pretty consistent throughout the season, which is nice. But because I am theoretically going to be moving soon, we wanted to make plants as mobile as possible, so we figured, why don't we just have tomatoes in the little buckets that we can just take along with us if we ever close on a house someday. But anyway, instead we put peppers in this center tire, which I do need to weed because I forgot I needed to do that. But look at all that grass in there. But anyway, up front here and here, we've got two different varieties of bell pepper, yellow and red respectively, and we are starting to get some. Well, now that's bigger.